For generations, thousands of men were lured up the Amazon River to harvest precious rubber from the Brazilian rainforest. The barons who traded in this white gold made vast fortunes. The workers who tapped the rubber lived in fear and died in debt. The rubber tappers treasured the forest that sustained them and despised bosses who enslaved them. Finally, a man was born who would fight back. His name was Chico Mendes.
$40 kilos.
Excuse me. 40 kilos?
40 kilos. That's what the scale says. You're not from around here, are you?
No, I guess you're right.
$4.2. 168 crucidos. Minus 10 for impurities. Minus 50 for supplies. Minus deaths, 90 crucidos. 11 crucidos.
Was it 40? But was it 40?
Chico, if he said it was 40, it was 40. It's a bad business, but it's all we've got. Maybe life will be better in the next world, huh?
Take a drink? My name is Euclides Tabora. I'm from Sao Paulo. There's no work in the city. I came here because I heard a man could make a living in the forest.
Whoever told you that should be shot.
Your boy's bright. Maybe if I teach him to read, he can teach me to tap rubber.
Read.
Yes. Would you like that?
So deep. Take too much and Curupira won't like it.
Who?
Little man of the forest. He wears his feet on backwards, so no one can track him.
Have you ever seen him?
Seen Curupira? No. You only see him if you take too much from the forest. And then he tells the forest to swallow you up. And no one ever sees you again.
20 kilos of rubber at... What's the price of rubber?
4 cruzarios a kilo.
Good. 20 times 4.
80.
Now take away 10 because I'm the boss.
70.
Take away 30 because I'm greedy.
40.
Take away 25 because I'm a thief. And take away 15 because I'm a bloodsucker. What do you get?
Nothing. 0 cruzarios.
Punishment when he tried to form a union. He knew this would happen.
before the road is through to Lima?
Maybe 5 years. Maybe more if the rains are bad.
Why should we buy now? We can't sell the beef we raised anyway.
It's not my job to tell the great Bourdon company how to do business, but may I suggest that you don't buy when the road is finished. Think about how much more the land will cost in 5 years. Nilo and I, we're buying now, while it's a bargain, and we're raising the cattle. If your company wants to come in with us, fine. If not, we'll go to the Americans, or the Japanese.
You're the cattleman, Cesaro, but it doesn't look like ranch land to me.
Not yet.
Nothing now. But one day, you have to use your imagination. When the jungle's cleared, ranch land, from horizon to horizon. That's how the American pioneers did it.
That's the way we are going to do it.
You see that burning down there? I love to see that. Fire's clean. When I see fire, I see the future.
Jesus was a simple man. He came from simple people. He was like you.
Like us. He said it very simply in a parable. He took an ordinary stick. Look what happens.
Simply. Very easily did I break it. But you get the same kind of sticks and you put them all together. And what happens? Stand up. Break them. Break them. Come on. Try it. Break it. No, can't do it. Not the strongest man in the world can break these sticks. Why? Because they're all together. Together we're united. Think about it.
Now, if Jesus were here today, right now, what would he do?
Now tell me, would he be right up here, kneeling down, praying? Or maybe he would put his body between the chainsaws and the rubber tree. On Santa Fe, where I grew up, there are no more rubber trees. There's no more Brazil nut trees. There's no wood deer. There's no armadillo, no monkey, no birds, no butterflies. There are no people. 340 families have been burned out of their homes just this year. Are we going to let that happen in Cachoeira?
No.
Are we going to let it happen here in Cachoeira? We must defend what is ours.
How can we do that without guns?
We have the law on our side. The law says that we have made productive use of the land. Therefore, we have the right to it.
The law doesn't mean much around here.
But it's all we got. I know that the ranchers can buy the police, they can buy the judges, but they can't buy the law. Not the letter of the law. That belongs to us. Now tomorrow, the union is going to march to save the rubber trees. Am I going to go out there alone? No! I can't hear you. Am I going to go out there and work alone? No! Are you going to be with me? Yeah! Are we going to be together? Yeah! Are we going to be together? Thank you! I'm Wilson Piñero of the Rural Workers Union. As its president, I demand that you leave these lands to the rubber tappers. They have a legal claim to all of these trees.
It's not lunchtime, boys. Keep working. God damn it!
Listen, mister. I don't know who you are or what you're talking about, but I get paid to cut trees and anything else that's in the way.
You! How much are you getting paid?
20 cruceros a day, plus food.
20 cruceros a day plus food. No wonder you do this work. You're getting rich. Begging your pardon, but you boys need a union more than we do. You got sold a bag of shit. You know that? Leave the city, go to the forest, clear the land, make your own farm. And what did you find? This soil is useless. You can't even grow weeds in this soil. This land is no good once the trees are gone. But they didn't tell you that, did they? No. So your children are hungry and you take any work you can, and here you are, making the rich men richer. And when you've burned and when you've cut down the trees, then we'll all be hungry together. And all that for 20 cruceros a day. What's your name?
Elio.
I'm Chico. Maybe we should take that lunch break. I'm a little thirsty myself. You pass, friend.
It's that damn road. We're gonna need you working with the union full time. It's time, Chico.
It's time we had a school in Cachoeira. That's what's time. Maybe your university friends could get some money for us. 100 schools and a clinic. 100 clinics.
I keep on telling him what good's an education without an organization.
And I keep telling him what good is organization without education.
We're gonna organize.
100 men without education is a rabble. One educated man is the beginning of a movement.
Someday you're gonna have to do what I'm doing, whether you like it or you don't. You better get used to it.
I'm no Wilson Piñero.
And you pass.
That's right.
Don't they kill people who do your job?
So, Wilson Pinheiro is in Cachoeira again. He's got some woman with him,
Regina de Carvalho. She's with the university in Sao Paulo. An expert in the forest people, an environmentalist, an ecologist.
I suppose she has connections with the press?
That string of ship in Hierro has stopped me cutting all season. It takes 2 months to dry once I've cut it. The rains are nearly here.
You never told me there were going to be problems like this. Bordon has contracts to supply beef to Europe and the United States. I need that land.
It's under control, Tomas. As our next state deputy, Senor Galvao, what do you think?
Now that he's threatening the road, it's not just a question of economics. It becomes a matter of national security. The road is a military necessity. No road, no laws. No laws, no nation.
All I know is I need to get that land cleared.
Considering Brazil's present circumstances, it would be an act of patriotism. It has always had my support. And if I were in office, Tomas?
Gentlemen?
How do you get rid of termites, Nilo?
You got the queen. No queen, no nest. No nest, no termites.
They've got an ecologist. We've got an ecologist.
Dali Alves.
Darlie Alves.
Right on time.
Moving my clothes!
friend?
No.
Oh.
I promise. Why, just a head. Should have sent a shoulder, a leg. Make a good meal of it.
What happens now? You leave town?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll get it.
I know that a lot of us don't read. But I want you to take these, and as you take them out into the villages, I want you to make sure that they keep them.
Is this the Union?
Yes, what do you want?
Have you got a corner where we can sling our hammocks for the night?
Wilson?
I don't know you boys. We've had a lot of problems around here. Try Doña Maria's bar.
Alô, rapaziada? Sala aí. E a rapaziada do povo? É combinado? Posso cantar meu povo?
Você só pode se rebaixar.
Eu nunca fui tão humilhada em toda a minha vida. Todo mundo me avisou, até a mãe dela me avisou. Eu fui uma imbecil. Vocês me traíram.
I'm going home.
O que você tá falando, Leila?
What's happening?
Esse negócio é carregado, Leila.
Eu tô com mais raiva dela. É ela que eu tô querendo.
How does this work? Is it on or off?
Fuck you!
Can you hear me?
Nothing.
Now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Wilson Pinheiro is dead. I said, Wilson Pinheiro is dead. They shot him in the union office. The bastard shot him in his chair. This is Chico Menzies calling all the people from Cachoeira province. They said they were going to kill him, and they did it. Don't fight back. That's what they want.
Peli-sama!
The police are everywhere.
There have been too many funerals. They haven't done any good. I have to go away. I have to go away. No more widows, no more orphans.
Chico Mendes?
What do you want?
My name is Stephen Kay. I'm a filmmaker. Regina de Carvalho wrote to you about me. Ring a bell?
You're in the wrong place. Hollywood is 2,000 miles that way.
No, you don't understand me. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I want to do a story about the fires, about what's going on down here. Anyone else I can talk to?
I'm the secretary for Cachoeira. We don't have anyone here who deals especially with filmmakers. I'm very busy. Say hello to Regina for me and tell her I'll get around to filling those aid forms as soon as I can.
I think he's here to make you a movie star.
I just think people ought to know what's going on down here. The burnings, the plans to drive a road through your land. I don't make movie stars. I make films to educate people.
Put your bags in the union office. Link arms. Stand your ground. Don't fight back. You again. Back up your trucks. This is our land for us and for our children. The law says we have a right to it. The cattle company has taken the land of 100 tappers and their families. Would you like them to come to where you live and do this to you? This is the law around here!
I don't want to kill you, but I will if I have to. And I'll get away with it. And you know that.
Is there a way we can talk this over?
Not this time.
Don't listen to him! Start your saws! I have my friend in the back. He's been hurt.
He needs a doctor!
Shut up. If you frighten my cattle, they take an hour to settle down. And in that time, they don't eat and they don't put on weight. Do you understand? And that costs me money.
My friend could die.
Well, he's your friend, not mine. He's worth nothing to me. Yes? I started out with 3 cows and 100 acres. And now I'm running 500 head on 10,000 acres. Nobody gave that to me. It was 10 years hard labor. Try and take it away from me, and you will end up like Wilson Piñeiro.
What happened?
Horse kicked me.
Can I look? You need help. He's trying to get you comfortable. So what's your name? You know, I got kicked by a horse once. Next time you put your hand on his ass and you sort of click your tongue, you gotta let the horse know you're not gonna hurt it. Didn't Darlie Alves teach you that?
How do you know I work for Darlie Alves?
He lost the arm. This boy needs help. Wouldn't give me his name.
Genesio.
We're pulling out. They're blaming the rains, but that's to save face. They don't know what to do about you.
He lost the arm. Monsieur, I have something to ask you.
What's that?
There is this man who's fallen for a young girl, much younger than he is. But she loves him too.
I'm very happy for him.
He's told her that she would be better off with someone else.
Sounds like she would.
She says that she's tried to forget him, but she can't.
Maybe she should try a little harder.
My question is, what should this man do?
Leave this girl alone.
He's tried. But he can't either. Wazir, I'm asking you for the hand of your daughter in marriage.
You beat them?
This road. I've been thinking about this road. The ranchers needed to make their investment in the land pay off. They'll be back.
I've seen you at work. And I know how much you love what you're fighting for.
I loved my father. He was a simple man, a good man. He loved my mother. He did what he could for us. When I was a boy, I saw him let a terrible thing happen. Because that's what we do. We bend our backs and we let them beat us and we tell each other everything will be better in the next life. I am not going to do what my father did. No son of mine is going to look at me the way I looked at my father. Takes a lot of practice.
This must be Elenira.
She's so beautiful.
And this is Chico and Sandino.
They're boys.
How are you?
Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi, Chico. So good to see you.
You've seen the fires?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
It's terrible.
Come, let's have a beer. 3.
You want to see how handsome you are on film?
Isamar, are you still living in the Union Hall?
Yes, it's not so bad now. I've got used to it. It means Chico's never late for work.
If we lose the rubber trees, you lose everything you have, too. No more deer, no more hunting, no more hunting, no more food. So what do we do?
There's a conference in Miami coming up, the World Bank. We're looking for someone to speak to the bankers about the damage their huge loans are doing to the environment.
I'm gonna be busy the next few months.
He's running for state deputy. You?
The fires are still burning. They're getting closer all the time. I can't do anything about them stuck here behind the union desk. If we're gonna fix the little things in Chapuri, we have to fix the big things in Brasilia, in Rio, and Sao Paulo.
Does it have to be you?
This is how we can all drink. A hand can be a fist, but it can also be a cup. Maybe I'll run for governor. They say the governor's mansion has 100 rooms. I have to do this. I have no choice.
Like him?
There is the river back east. If you don't like hard work, take that river. If you don't know how to sweat, take that river. If you don't have belief in yourself and love for your country, take that river. Please, take it. The road is coming. That great, big, beautiful road. Why shouldn't we have what everyone else has? We have wide open pastures. Our nation's God-given natural resources. And space enough for thousands and thousands of head of beef. I promise you, Amazonia will feed the hungry world and make each of you wealthy men.
Yeah.
But some people do not want you to hear this. Oh no, they are against progress. They think that you should stay poor. As if there was something wrong with developing the land that God has so graciously given us. My friends, there is no money in rubber tapping anymore. That's the reality. No future in it for you or your children. Shiku Mendes represents the old way. I want you to see the future and to come and share it with me. God bless you, and God bless Brazil!
Because it would take only one kind of pest, and we lose everything. It says here, in 20 years, an acre of grassland produces only a fourth as much as that same acre left as forest. If the land is used for grassland, then it yields 1/5 less. Thank you.
It's no good. I'm a terrible public speaker.
Yep. Hey, my papa says He will vote for you if you give him money.
Tell him I don't buy votes.
So you're giving up?
Did I say anything about giving up? What's this?
These are satellite photographs. This is all part of the Amazon basin.
Is Cachoeira here?
Yeah, there.
And what's this?
It's smoke from the fires. When these were taken, there were at least 2,500 separate fires burning.
Can I borrow it?
See, these are satellite photos. These have been taken from thousands of miles up in the sky. And now, here, this picture. In the last 10 years, 350,000 square miles of forest have been destroyed in other parts of Brazil. This will happen here unless the government gives us the land as a reserve. You see, here
We'd
you
own
have...
it.
You would own it, but you couldn't sell it.
Why can't I sell it? If it's mine.
Nobody could sell it, not you, not the ranchers. That's the point. If you abandoned the holding, or if you neglected it, then somebody else would take over. It's the only way he's going to have a future here.
Excuse me, Chico.
I found out why Galvões police such big crowds. Vote for him, and you get a brand new one.
Isn't that right, Papa? They gave you a chainsaw, huh?
What can I do? How do I fight that?
Chico! Congratulations, you're a father again. Twice, 2 boys.
Where's his brother? Sandino. Sandino.
You know, I had a son. He died in a car accident. He was 18. You shouldn't have to bury your own child, should you? You know, I sometimes think it's because of him I want to change things. You understand? Yeah. I travel and I work and I travel and I think about him all the time. Every minute.
I think of my brothers and sisters. 11 of them died. 11. One by one, they got sick. No doctors, no medicine, no hospital. My mother felt each one of them right here. She used to say, the dead are home before us, but we have work to do.
That's all? You sure that's a total for everyone? Maybe some of the villagers haven't finished their count yet. Uh-huh. %10.
I lost by 10%?
No, you only got 10% of the vote. Chico, people are scared. You knew it was going to be bad.
What the hell are you talking about? You think I can resign myself to fighting for a lost cause? You think I'm out there every day for the good of my soul? I'm scared too. But I'm fighting because I believe we can win!
Merciful Lord of life, I lift up my heart to you in my suffering and ask for your comforting help. I know that you would withhold the sword.
How'd you do that?
Takes a lot of practice. Still got your gun? What for?
Respect.
All my life I've been told you can never win in the end. But nobody's ever told me is how do you know when it is the end? How do you know when to give up?
You don't. You go down fighting.
Is that right?
Sure.
It's Genesi, right? I guess I have to go to Miami.
Will the German and the French delegations please report to conference room C on the second floor?
Mr. Mendez,
Chico. Oh, Steven. How are you? I'm in the right place.
Yes, you are. Good.
What is this? What is
You
this?
think I make my films and don't show them to anybody? They're seen by people all over the world. You're a movie star. Just relax, relax. Okay, okay.
What do they want from me?
Just be yourself. Be Chico Mendes. After the conference, there's some people who want to meet you. You don't have to say too much, just a few words.
I have to make a speech.
Then we're going to fly you to Washington. Yeah, you speak on a few committees, and then New York for the presentation at the United Nations.
Presentation?
You won a United Nations award for your work.
For my work with the tappers?
No, for saving the rainforest.
For saving the rainforest?
Yeah. Congratulations. Maybe you want to put this on.
I see you have rainforests here, too.
Here, Director, sorry to interrupt. This is Chico Mendes, the hero of the rainforest. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yeah. Perhaps if you leave me your card, please, and she'll begin saying.
Please check with the information desk in the main lobby.
Let's try the Italians. Come on.
Please check with the information desk.
Signor Patenza, excuse me. May I introduce you to the great hero of the Brazilian rainforest, Chico Mendes?
Oh, yes. I have seen you on a television. You are from the rubber union, right?
Yes, the Rural Workers Union.
And you are here to get a loan for your union?
No, we're here to try to get a highway stopped. You see,
I know who you are, Mendes. And everything I know about you is that you're bad for business. Andiamo, cara. Questa gente è pericolosa.
Let's try the Japanese.
Prendici pingi un po'.
Chico, I've got people waiting.
Waiting for who? For someone with his face on a t-shirt?
These people can help you.
Help who? Help what? Help my members? How much does all this cost? The food alone that you're going to throw away. For what? So that people can see your film and then get to meet a real live rubber tapper? And guess what? He knew how to eat with a fork. What is that going to change? Nothing! You and your friends will beat their chests and cry about the fate of the planet and then move on to something else, and we'll still be trying to make a better life for ourselves.
This is what we're both fighting for
No!
God's sake.
No! You're fighting progress. I'm not fighting progress. We need jobs. We need development. But we want it to happen in a way that it doesn't keep us poor. Now, if I can be useful in that, tell me who I can speak to. Not on your behalf, not to save the rainforest, because that's what my members pay me to do for them. If not, take me to the airport.
When I came here, I had one thing on my mind. Protecting the trees that give my members their jobs. The people that brought me here had another thing in theirs, saving the planet. I've come to realize that we're fighting for the same thing. If you help us keep the trees, then we have a chance of making good lives for ourselves and for our children. If you help us do that, then the rainforest will be there for you and for your children. I'm only against the road because the road means cutting down trees and burning what remains. And when you do that, you don't have a forest anymore. You have a desert. That's progress in the wrong direction. That will make money for some people, but not for our members. Why should you help us? Well, because if you help us defeat the road, you're helping yourselves.
Chico! You stopped the road!
Chico! Look!
I'm back. Elenita. Look, look, look. Shampoo for you. Yes. And soap. You can see through the light. See? It's soap. And scotch. Big bottle of scotch. Very big, no? Makes you drunk. You drink the whole bottle. And come here.
Mendez? Oh, no, God, not that terrible. Chico, man! Quick, lock the door! Run! I know it's too late. He's already seen us, my God.
Quick! Hide the money!
No, no, no. First of all, hide the food.
Better still, hide the beer.
Well.
Come in.
Come in.
For you.
The three of them. Wanna share?
Enjoy. Let me finish my story. So, the Lieutenant Foltz. Now, I'm in the game with a businessman from Sao Paulo. I have a pair of saddles, and I race. He gets cold feet, he folds, I win the putt. So he says to me, would you take a property deal in Cachoeira?
Cachoeira.
I need more land like I need a new wife. But it's all he asks.
How many acres?
15,000.
Ave Maria. Ave Maria.
That's yours. Bonus. All I ask, when you build your ranch, call it a pair of sevens.
Cachoeira could be some trouble.
Could be.
Did you watch television yesterday?
You can handle that. You know Mendez.
I can handle this. And more is there.
May the trees fall, your cows fuck, and you never want for pasture again.
Yes. I'm ready.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
Lord God, Almighty Father, Creator of all light, we bless this new fire in your name. Protect us from the fires of the enemy and bring us the light of your heavenly grace. Amen.
Amen.
We just heard. They're gonna clear it.
Maybe Dali Alves has the law on his side.
The law says we have a right to that land because we worked it.
Do you have a right to get my husband killed? Do you have a right to turn my children into orphans?
Hey.
All right.
Let's have some fun. I'm coming back now. Just get yours. So, Chico goes to America and he doesn't bring his friends and his neighbors anything back. Can you believe that? But someday I'm going to take my wives and kids to Disney World. Or maybe I'll build my Disneyland right here in Cachoeira. God knows we have enough land for it, huh? What do you say, Mendes? You're an expert on the future of Brazil.
People have used me, my words, for their own purposes. But they're using you as well.
We start cutting tomorrow.
If you cut, people are gonna get hurt.
Are you threatening me?
There must be some way we can work this out.
I own this land now.
That piece of paper doesn't give you the right to destroy people's lives.
No, Mendes, this is in Miami. You're not making speeches on American television now. What right have they to send you here? To tell me and my sons what we can do and what we cannot do to develop this country? They didn't care too much about who got in their way when they were developing theirs, did they? But they don't clean their own mess before telling us what to do. They want to breathe clean air, start with what's wrong in their own backyard. Mendes, in the forest, the bog get eaten by the frog, who get eaten by the python. Us, we get a choice where we are in the food chain. You make your choice. We start cutting tomorrow.
No guns. No weapons. Not even a stick.
Quien trabalha, batalha, nos vamos ganhar. A terra é pra quem trabalha, batalha, nos vamos ganhar. A terra é pra quem trabalha, batalha, nos vamos ganhar. A terra é pra quem trabalha, batalha, nos vamos.
Did Mendes tell you you can't win? Did he?
This is an illegal demonstration. Break it up.
Don't fight back.
Disperse.
Sit down.
Return
Sit
to
down.
home.
Don't fight back.
Failure to
Sit
follow
down.
this order will result
Don't
in
fight
your
back.
removal.
Sit down.
Disperse.
Sit down.
Break up this demonstration.
We're not fighting you. We're not armed. We can't hurt you. We're not fighting you. Listen, why we're not fighting you? We're not armed. We can't hurt you. Listen. Go ahead, son. Show them the Alvis way. Give me the horse. Give me the fucking horse. Oh!
Stop that! Leave him!
Chico! Bring him here!
You're a dead man.
That's enough! It's enough! Let's go! Let them through! Let's go!
Stay down! No!
It's up to us to make that law, and you all know how we have to do it.
Just because they are murderers, do we have to become murderers?
We don't want philosophy. Save that for your friends in America.
If we're going to die, let's die like men.
That's right. You want violence? Fine, we'll have violence. And I promise you, once I start, I won't stop. You want to burn down the Alves Ranch? Yes! I'll help you do it. Let's take a vote. Who votes for the gun? Who's with me? Who says no guns? I can't pretend to have all of your trust anymore. So I can't keep saying, trust me, trust me. All I can say is, they're scared. They put 9 bullets in his body. That's how scared they are.
This can't go on. We have to negotiate with him.
Take a
How are you, Shiku?
What a great honor, our state deputy here in person. I didn't realize elections were so near.
Very clever.
And you are?
Alfred Cicero.
Senor Cicero is a great believer in our country, an investor, a patriot.
Thank you. We're here to talk about the road.
Seems to me you don't need a road.
Shiku, please, may we?
Thank you.
What do you want, Mendez? More laws.
We don't need more laws. We need the ones we have to be enforced. We want the rights to our land. We want to save the forest.
For yourself, personally.
Peace. To be able to get on with my life.
Shiku, we understand that you're not the type of man that can be bought.
That's right.
So we're prepared to negotiate. But negotiation involves a dialogue, a give and take.
Fine. Give us the land, take away the chainsaws. Give our people back their fathers and husbands and sons and brothers.
Shiku, please. Do you really think this is in good taste? To embarrass your countrymen and your government in the eyes of the world?
Is it in good taste to put 9 bullets in a man's body?
Your American friends, do you know what they're saying now? The Amazon doesn't belong to Brazil. It belongs to the world.
You agree with that? Is that what you think too?
Iltama, these beans.
What do you think about that, Mendez? Are you on their side or ours?
You have to try the beans. Everything I've done has been for my country.
Really? How can you be so sure?
Can you sleep nights, Mendez? Don't you ask yourself how you can be right? Everybody else is wrong. Let's have some real give and take. We stop the burning, you help us with the road.
The government will work with you, Chico, if you just let us move ahead without any interruption.
That's right. Your members invest their labor in the Amazon. I invest my capital. What's the difference? We're brothers. In a way, aren't we?
Aren't we?
Those are my brothers and sisters. No road, no more burning, no more loans, unless you ask them what they want the money used for.
It is my great pleasure to announce today that the federal government of Brazil, on my recommendation and with my full support and encouragement, has authorized me to designate Cachoeira as one of the first ever extractive reserves in this nation's great history. The land will be held in trust for all the people of the Amazon, their children, and their children's children.
This is now government land by presidential decree. You are ordered to evacuate this area. You will take your belongings and your livestock and leave. Failure to follow this order will result in your arrest.
What are you doing here? We own this land! Get out! Get out! Get out! Leave these people alone! We own this land! Get out! Get out at once!
From this moment forward, the forest belongs to all of you and each person who makes a living in it. In addition, the government of Brazil deplores the violence in Cachoeira and will renew its investigations into the deaths of Wilson Pinheiro, Jair Iglesias, and others. this? My friends, this is a new day. A new page in our nation's history. Shiku, we must all forget the past and move together towards the future.
It is time. God bless you, and God bless Brazil.
Chico, 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 Chico. Move out, just hold the lead. Let's move now. Government land, come on. It's a government order.
Bear of seven, son. I'm as sorry as you are, my friend. It's politics.
Let's go! Get arrested, please.
If that's what you came to tell me, you could have saved yourself a journey.
Come on, let's move. Now. Is there anyone else in there? Please,
It's not like you to give up. Can I do anything to help?
I don't give a fuck about your help. It is personal now.
You have to get away, Chico.
You've humiliated them. You think they're going to ignore it?
Where would I go?
Well, you've got lots of friends everywhere now. Look, we could go back to America.
What would I do in America?
You have to leave.
I can't run. Cachoeira is my home.
Years ago, Wilson said to me, Chico's the one. And I said, yes, and you are. Today is Cachoeira, but it doesn't have to end there.
Please, Regina.
Can't you see? We can't lose you now.
So you want to be a martyr instead? You want them to kill you?
Chico, listen to what Stephen is saying. You could go to Rio or Sao Paulo or back to America. Make some money speaking. Would that be so bad?
Look, if assassinating me would put an end to the gunmen, it might be worth even that. If a messenger came down from heaven and guaranteed that my death would strengthen our cause, it might be worth it. Yes! But it's not with big funerals that we're going to save the Amazon. I want to live. I want to live.
Chico! Chico!
Genesio?
You have to leave. You have to go now.
Wait!
You going to leave?
You and me, we're the kind that go down fighting, right?
Don't get it wet. It won't fire.
Vamos a New York, ver a minha prima.
Ah, New York. Eu quero ir para Los Angeles para ver a Disney. Eu sei que você quer com a prima, tá? Não, nada a ver. Ela está em New York porque você vai querer ver o...
All right, everyone, come inside. It's close enough. And Sandino. And for Mama. And look what I carved for Elenida. He has his feet on backwards and he's riding on a pig. Who is it?
That's Curupira.
That's right.
Is it true if you take too much from the forest, he tells his friend the jaguar to find you?
Of course it's true. And when your brother is a little older, you tell him all about Curupira. Promise me?
Mm-hmm.
Chico, let's just go. Now. Please. Now.
That's progress in the wrong direction.
Papa's on TV again.
That will make money for some people, but not for our members. Why should you help us? Well, because if you help us defeat the road, you're helping yourselves. I hate watching myself on television. When I came here, I had one thing on my mind.
Liar.
I look old. Protecting the trees that give my members their jobs.
You are old.
The people that brought me here had another thing in theirs. I've come to realize that we're fighting for the same thing.
Elenida, look after your brother.
Good lives for ourselves and for our children. If you help us do that, then the rainforest will be there for you and I'm only against the road because the road means cutting down trees.
An internationally recognized defender of the Amazon forest has been murdered in Brazil by unknown gunmen.
Mendes was shot to death behind his house. His murder brought worldwide attention to the cause he fought for.
This is the news from the BBC. The death of Chico Mendes has caused the Brazilian government to temporarily halt major clearing and burning in western Amazonia.
On March 12, 1990, the Brazilian government decreed that 2.5 million acres around Cachoeira would be protected forever by law from all cutting, clearing, and burning. It is called the Chico Mendes Reserve.
Genesio testified against Darly Alves and his son. They were sentenced to 19 years in prison. After serving only 3 years, they escaped and are still at large.
Nearly half of the world's tropical rainforest has been destroyed. Every 10 minutes, we lose an area the size of Central Park.
Every day, we lose an area the size of New Orleans.
Each year, an area the size of England, Scotland, and Wales is destroyed.
At the peak of the burning, the Amazon was covered by a smoke cloud the size of India.
70% of plants identified as having cancer-fighting properties are found in tropical rainforests.
The emergence of AIDS and other deadly viruses appears to be a natural consequence of the ruin of the tropical biosphere.
Nearly 50 species are destroyed by
The
deforestation.
burning of forests in Brazil is expected to raise the global thermostat 3 to 8 degrees.
This greenhouse effect could lead to the melting of the polar ice cap and the flooding of the world's major coastal cities.
The dead are home before us, but we have work to do.
Chico Mendes!